In the dry, sun-bleached grasslands, the air crackles with the tension of survival. The wind, hot and unforgiving, sweeps across the barren savanna, bending the tall grasses, revealing a scattered group of early humans, a small tribe of Homo habilis. The earth is a world where water is a scarce, precious gift, flowing only in seasonal torrents, leaving the land parched for months at a time. The sun is high, and the tribe's survival depends entirely on the presence of a water source that is drying up faster than they had hoped. They are gathered at the edge of a small, trickling river, a temporary life-giver, now reduced to a mere stream. It is a race against time. The water must be carried in primitive handmade vessels, crafted from large leaves, their edges tightly bound with vine. The young, under the protection of the older women, carefully prepare the leaves, their faces etched with worry, aware of the approaching drought. The men, grunting in determination, are preparing for a hunt. Their spears are tipped with sharp stone, and the rhythm of their movement is primal, practiced over generations. The tribe is on the edge of desperation, each drop of water saved and counted. The oldest of the tribe, a weathered woman with sun-creased skin, watches the children. Their fragile forms have not yet learned the depths of hunger, but the pull of the dry season is inevitable. She carefully crushes leaves between her fingers, making a healing poultice for wounds that might come from the hunt. No one dares waste a moment. Every movement, every gesture is focused on survival. But the hunt is fraught with danger, for the savanna hides threats in the form of large predators, giant hyenas that roam the tall grass, their sharp eyes watching for weaknesses in the tribe's defenses. They are not the only ones struggling. The hyenas, too, are in search of sustenance, hungry and relentless. The tribe knows the risks. Hunting alone is not an option. The men are paired, moving silently through the brush, the weight of the spears heavier now than ever before. As the first spear is thrown, the giant antelope staggers, but the noise of the chase has stirred the hidden predators. With a terrifying growl, a massive hyena emerges from the underbrush, its eyes locked onto the young children by the riverbank. The old woman's heart races, an involuntary rush of fear. She grits her teeth, grabbing a sharp stone as her only weapon. She shouts, her face creased with panic, urging the others to flee. But the tribe has no time to run. The hyena charges. The dramatic tension grows as the hunters and gatherers respond. The sound of the tribal hunt turns into a battle for life, with each member fighting for the survival of the whole group. Spears fly, the hyenas growl louder, and the wind carries the cries of both prey and predator across the savanna. The tribe's hunt becomes a fight for dominance, the stakes higher than they have ever been before. Amidst the chaos, a loud crack of thunder interrupts the tense silence, an unexpected storm rolling in from the horizon. A sudden downpour. It is not enough to end the battle, but enough to drown out the cries and give the tribe a fleeting moment of hope. The rain falls in torrents, soaking the dust, turning the river into a swelling flood. For a moment, the struggle pauses. The tribe, now soaked but alive, gathers their children. Their tired faces show the signs of their suffering, but they also show a glimmer of relief. They are survivors. The storm rages on the heavens themselves, seemingly in sympathy with the tribe's plight. The sound of thunder, once a terror, now feels like a distant echo of their desperation, replaced by the rhythmic sound of rain against the earth. As quickly as it had arrived, the storm begins to subside, leaving in its wake a transformed landscape. The dried riverbed, once a desolate stretch of cracked earth, is now a rushing torrent, and the air is thick with the smell of wet soil and life reborn. The tribe's once muted spirits are lifted by this unexpected gift. The young men, their muscles aching from the earlier chase, now move swiftly to gather the water using their handmade vessels. The old woman now calm watches, as the tribe works together, everyone playing their part. The children, their faces lit by the flickering firelight, are no longer as fearful, and for the first time in days, laughter echoes across the campsite. However, as the water is gathered, a new tension rises. The storm has brought more than rain, it has brought the possibility of new dangers. The river, once a trickle, now rushes with power. Its sudden force is a reminder of nature's volatility. The tribe is unsure how long it will last before it once again recedes, leaving them with nothing but the memory of their brief reprieve. The men still clutching their spears are not entirely at ease. The hyenas have retreated for now, but the storms have stirred other creatures of the night who are drawn to the scent of wet prey. As the sun dips lower, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple, the tribe gathers close around the fire, watching the shadows stretch across the land. The threat of the hyenas looms once more. They huddle together, the flickering firelight casting long shadows on their weathered faces. The oldest hunter stands tall, his brow furrowed in thought. He turns toward the others, signaling that they must be ready to defend their home, their family, and the fragile water they have fought so hard to secure. With the storm now past, the savanna is eerily quiet, save for the soft sounds of the tribe preparing for the night. The tribe's survival is no longer just about the hunt. It's about holding on to this precious water, a lifeline that could be gone before dawn. They know that they must continue to move, continue to adapt to the ever-changing environment. The river might flow again tomorrow, or it might vanish, leaving them to fend for themselves once more. The tribe settles in for the night, their bodies weary, but their spirits cautiously uplifted. The older woman, her hands still trembling from the chaos, gathers the children close, soothing them with stories of their ancestors, stories of survival against all odds. The rain has brought them life, but the fight for survival is far from over. As the tribe drifts off to sleep, the night air heavy with both the promise and danger of the wild, one thing is clear: they are survivors. And in the morning, they will rise again. The night stretches on, filled with the sounds of distant animals, and the occasional snap of twigs as they crack under the weight of unseen predators. The tribe sleeps lightly, ever watchful. Their bodies are exhausted, but their minds are sharp, attuned to every movement in the dark, every change in the wind. It's a dangerous balance, the peace of the rain-brought water and the constant threat of survival. As dawn breaks, a light mist rises from the river, the promise of the storm lingering in the air. The tribe awakens to a new day, their faces marked with both relief and exhaustion. They gather around the fire, the warmth of it mingling with the coolness of the morning mist. The children, no longer frightened, begin to laugh again, playing by the water's edge. The men and women begin their chores, securing the water, preparing for the next hunt, and checking on their tools. It's a morning like any other, but the tribe knows all too well that this peace is fragile. The older woman, her face hardened with age and experience, watches the river. The water is still high, but she knows it won't last. The river will recede soon, and the tribe will need to move again. She can already see the glimmer of worry in the eyes of the younger members. The burden of leadership weighs on her shoulders, but she carries it with quiet strength. The tribe gathers together in a circle, the men and women sharing a brief, solemn moment of solidarity. Their hands clasped in silent agreement, they know the struggle will never end. They live in a world of constant change, where survival is never guaranteed. But as long as they have each other, as long as they hold their bond strong, they will continue to thrive. The hunt is ready to begin again. The young men move off first, their spears held high, their steps cautious but determined. The women, led by the old woman, begin to gather herbs and prepare food. The children are instructed to stay close, safe from harm, as the tribe takes its first steps into another day of survival. Their world may be one of danger and uncertainty, but the tribe knows the most important lesson. Survival is not just about finding food and water. It's about the strength of the tribe, the unity they share in their struggle. And today, like every other day, they will rise together, not just to survive, but to live.